What's up, guys? Welcome back to Off the Dribble, featuring myself, Aashrith, and my co-host Chetan. Today, we're back to some more basketball. Yes, the football playoffs is actually going on as we record this, or close to going on as we record this. So we'll give you guys a football episode tomorrow once Texans Steelers is done. Obviously, you guys know me and Chetan did not fare well this weekend, but it's all right. We knew we were going to win anyways. It's
Yeah.
okay. But our teams are doing pretty well in basketball, so we'll talk about that instead.
hmm
So I think today to start, we'll do my three sort of narratives of the week. And then we're going to talk to you guys about the Spurs and the Nuggets and their varying results. But we'll start
Yeah.
off with those three first. And the first thing I want to point out or ask, just everyone in the East just suck. Like a lot of commentary on the East this year has been like, wow, it's like the parity in the East is like really nice. Like there's no true like number one contender. Like
hmm
the way we tiered them, it was like Pistons, Knicks, maybe Celtics, and everyone else. But the Celtics just lost to the Nuggets without Jokic.
Yep.
The Pistons lost two games on separate occasions within 2 weeks to the Clippers, and they also lost to the Jazz. The Knicks are currently on a 5-5 slide. Like, and I think the difference in the East between the Pistons and the 10th best team is pretty big, but it's not that big between like 4 and 10. Like
hmm
it's so I don't know. Is it kind of just assumed now that whoever wins the West is going to win the finals?
I think so, but at the same time, like, yeah, I guess so because like everyone in the all the top five teams in the West, in my opinion, right now, like I can see if they made the finals could beat like the Celtics, the because like if the Celtics make it that far, for example, like Tatum said he's gonna try and come back February, March. Assuming he comes back March, like it takes time for you to get into a rhythm to be able to do that, and then to to be able to play in the playoffs like a different type of intensity. I don't expect him to go out and drop 25 a game like that, coming back for a bit off an Achilles tear. So Celtics are going to be a little undermanned. Like I could see the Wolves beating them, you guys beating them, the Spurs beating them, the Nuggets beating them. Um, and then like the Pistons too, like it seems like they're not gonna go out and get like a solidified second option or like a scorer to put alongside Cade, which I think like somebody like MPJ would have been cool, and they're not gonna do that. And I'm looking at the standings right now, and what you said is like correct. Like I can see the Raptors going out and beating the Celtics, Pistons, or Knicks on any given night. I can see the Sixers going out and beating those three teams on any given night. Like the gap from 1 to 5, or even maybe even 1 to 6, because the Magic are the 6 seed, so a healthy Magic team could maybe also beat those teams on any given night. So, like you said, yeah, I think that's true because again, like the competition in the West, it's already getting insane. Like we see the race for like the 2 seed, and like between like 2 and 7, like it's separated with like each standing is separated by like half a game or a game. So like it's already more competitive. So I feel like think those teams are playing more competitive basketball because you play the teams in the West play more teams in the West, teams in the East play more teams in the East. So I feel like just going into a situation like the finals in general, like I think they're more prepared to for a game like that.
And they're just better players, bro. Like, could you like I would say like 8 of like the top 10 players in the world or in the NBA play in the West. Like, and that's if Tatum's healthy.
Yeah.
Like I would say Tatum and maybe Brunson or maybe Cade. So between 7 and 8 are from the West. Like you have
hmm
what? Or maybe sorry, Giannis. Fuck. Okay, let's say
Yeah.
7. So and with that sort of disparity, bro, when you have like Jokic, Anthony Edwards, Shea, Luca, even Kevin Durant, like you have
hmm
so many different players playing on various different teams in the West that are all better or just as good as the players in the East. And even worse, you have like future draft picks are projected to come to the West. Like
Yeah.
the Hornets, the Thunder if they get the Clippers pick, not the Hornets, sorry, the Kings, the Jazz, the if they get
hmm
the Thunder pick, the Thunder. Like there's a lot of teams in the West that are just loading up, and I don't know how they solve the conference imbalance.
I agree. I think maybe one way is down the line you switch a team from East from the West to the East. Like that's
Maybe like
one
the
thing you can
Grizzlies,
do.
bro. Who gives a fuck? Like the Grizzlies will honestly make the East worse.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know. It's because I also don't see like any of the star talent in the West like leaving their respective teams either in like the next like 4 or 5 years. So like that talent is gonna stay in that conference.
It's tough. It's really
Mm-hmm.
tough. But let's give these some props for the next one. The Hornets are building something. And this again, we talk about the Hornets a good amount because of where I
Mm-hmm.
live and like I like LaMelo Ball, but I don't know. When I watched them play the Thunder, they played some of the shots they're going to were a bit insane, but they played really like they played together basketball. There's no really ball hogs in the team. LaMelo kind of looks like he's bought in. They just beat the Jazz by like 70. Like they were up like 45 to 15
Yeah.
after the first quarter. Cody Williams at a minus 60. Like I don't know. I think they're actually a lot better than their record says,
Mm-hmm.
and if they stay healthy, I don't see why, especially in like we just said, a congested East. I don't see why they couldn't make the play in, maybe even make the playoffs.
Yeah, they're 4 games back from the play in. So like and they're like finding their footing right now. And again, like teams like the Bucks are on a downslide. Like the Bucks um lost to the Nuggets without Jokic, obviously a couple games ago. And like the Hornets have like pretty good wins and they're like staying in games. Like they lost to the Raptors by 1, so that they stayed in that game. They beat the Bulls, they beat you guys. They did lose to the Pacers, but like I mean they're just finding their footing. So like a young team and consistent team, you're gonna have games like that. But then again, you go out there and you blow out a Jazz team. Like I agree. I could definitely see them making a run, and it's definitely like they're getting a little bit more consistent minutes from LaMelo. I think he's still coming off the bench, which he's definitely going to find his way in the starting lineup. But then you have like Brandon Miller, who's like relatively healthy now. Con Knipple is giving you what he needs to do as a shooter. Like, and then again, like also like Ryan Clarkbrenner. I think he was injured for a little bit. He comes back, gives you good production at center. Like it's a good young team.
Yeah, and they have their own pick. If
Mm-hmm.
you imagine you bring in AJ,
Yeah,
bring in Cam, it can get kind of scary there, bro.
that would be good.
It'd be really good. Um, but on to the next. After
Mm-hmm.
losing to Sacramento, a fully healthy version of the Rockets, I mean, like, let's assume the Fred VanVleet now is like without him, they're fully healthy because he's not going to play this season. So a fully healthy version of the Rockets losing to the Kings, that's a bonus.
Bro, before we start this, are we even like Fred VanVleet is not, in my opinion, it isn't solving these problems either.
He's not, but like Reed is like really like raw as a player,
Yeah,
and they really don't have any backup point guard play.
that is true.
Like, do I think Fred's even like a top 75 player in the league? Like, he'd be pushing it,
Yeah.
but but I think he knows the play position, which I guess would help when you don't have anyone to play the position.
Mhm.
But I think they need to make a move for a true point guard. And you know who came on the market a couple of days ago? Really, really athletic,
John Morant.
able to pass the ball, known in college as a pure passer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, he kind of fits exactly what the Rockets want to do. Ime would definitely take a chance on him because Ime is not really the best person himself. So I don't know. Like, what would the price be? The price wouldn't be too bad, right? There's definitely no
Seems
picks
like the
involved.
price is around like some type of like Trey Young kind of package, so you don't even have to give up with someone like a man or something like that. I feel like the Grizzlies would still want somebody valuable, so maybe like Jabari Smith.
Yeah.
Given you got signed this offseason, you do need to make salary match, so get him off. Maybe a couple picks. I don't know if they have any.
Picks? You think Ja's going for picks?
Maybe like a 1 pick, or
I don't know. I think Trey Young and Ja are like I would not be surprised if it was like if like Fred VanVleet was somehow involved in the trade as like a salary thing. And like they
like
get like
Van Vliet and Jabari Smith or something like that.
that'd be too much. I think like VanVleet and like Tari Eason, bro.
That could do it
Like
too.
and like maybe like a protected pick.
Yeah.
Like I think Ja's value is like super low.
Mm-hmm.
To the point
But
where honestly might not be worth trading him.
that's the
But
thing. Like it seems like the Grizzlies really want to trade him, but it doesn't seem like other teams are really willing to take the risk. But again, like if there's a team that should take the risk, it should be the Rockets. Like
because bro, like their record, are they the 7th seed right now?
yeah,
they came into the season as the third highest bet team to win the championship
Mm-hmm.
behind Thunder and the Nuggets. So like, and right now they're below the Suns, Kevin Durant's former team.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And Suns that haven't even played Jalen Green really yet. He's played 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
So basically eliminate Kevin Durant for no return, Dylan Brooks. So half a return, and the Suns are better and the Rockets worse.
You know what they should have really maybe have done? Instead of trading Jabari, they should have instead of trading Dylan Brooks, they should have maybe traded Jabari Smith.
Sorry. Because Dylan Brooks, bro,
He's
I
good,
can't hate.
bro.
I can't hate anymore. I cannot hate
Mm-hmm.
him. He's actually really good.
Jabari Smith is putting up that hasn't been playing. He was playing pretty well in the start of the season. Then it's like it just now he just forgot how to shoot.
And they don't use him at all. Like
Yeah.
they keep getting players in his position. They keep getting players of high draft picks. Like he got screwed over by them winning the lottery and getting a men. Because then like a men became like that guy, and Jalen Green was that guy, and now you bring Kevin Durant literally in his position. Obviously, Kevin Durant's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
You take Şengün takes the ball away from him. He's just never had a chance. I feel like if he was to go somewhere like Charlotte, somewhere like Washington, like that
That'd
would
be
be
good.
really good for him.
Yeah,
But
but I agree. They really do need to make a move. I don't know what they'll move. It seems I also saw some reports of like they might be trying to go after Colin Sexton. I think something like that, like even like a point guard, not as big as John Morant, but Colin Sexton can break the paint. He's a good passer, good in the pick and roll. Like I think has a good
solid
defensive
finish.
side to him. Like I think that'd be a good solid upgrade for them. That could change things around. But they've had some bad losses, man. Like that loss yesterday to a 9-30 King or yeah 9-30 Kings team.
Not
Like
yet. I mean, they were 8-30 at the time. Yeah.
yeah, but like I mean I personally can't say anything because we also did lose to the Kings, but like we've had like better wins, so I think
And did they have Sabonis when you guys played them or no?
yeah they did.
Yeah, see that like they didn't have Sabonis history. He's a torn
Yeah,
meniscus. So I don't know. What was I gonna say? I also don't think Colin Sexton fixes anything, bro. Like I think the league is like really high. I know you're pretty high on Colin Sexton too, but I just don't like. I think he's better for you guys because you guys don't really need a primary ball handler. Like you guys
right.
just need like a guy playing defense at the position. Maybe like a person who can create their own shot, but Ant is gonna hold the ball.
Yeah, we
But
just need someone that brings the ball up so Ant doesn't have to preserve his energy a little bit more, so he doesn't have to do it consistently, basically.
yeah, but the Rockets need someone to run their offense. Like I
That
feel
is
like
true.
Colin Sexton is like honestly more of a 3 and D 2 at this stage of his career than like really
Mhm.
like a one who can create like he did at Alabama. So I don't know. I think someone like Ja is probably better for them. Maybe I'm trying to think of like players on a budget that they could get, but
The thing, no one
uh,
on a budget is gonna like realistically like change trajectory for them. Maybe Emmanuel quickly. He's not
fuck
on a
no,
budget though. Like he has a 30 mil contract.
it's not a budget at all. Like you're already paying. That's the thing. That's the issue about like Van Vliet getting hurt because you're paying him 40 million, like or like
Mhm.
35, something crazy. So like it's you're wasting so much like money at the position anyways. Like I'm really
I
trying
feel
to
like
think of
if you were to again, the Raptors wouldn't do this because the Raptors would only make that trade for a win now move. But if they were to do it, I think they would probably get rid of it and Vliet because again, he's making 40 mil. You're gonna get a younger point guard. Um, and like even if the younger point guard's making the same amount of money, I think you would rather have the younger point guard who didn't just tear their ACL.
is this the last year? Is Fred on a 1+1? I'm trying to see.
I don't know.
He's in a 2-year, $50 million contract. Okay, that's not actually 25
That's not
million.
bad.
So 2-year, $50 million contracts actually less than what you're paying Emmanuel quickly. So definitely don't trade for Emmanuel quickly. Fuck no. I think he might go to Memphis for a job. Honestly, I think that might be the end of it all. Damn, I don't know who they get then. Colin Sexton's their best bet. If they could trade some of their valuable draft picks for like Austin Reeves, bro, like
Yeah.
that would be sick. But the Lakers never
Only
trade
other
him.
person I could think of was like Kobe White, but again, Kobe White's not something that can initiate offense like that.
Yeah, he's just a scorer.
Yeah.
Remember that period of our podcast where we used to just glaze Tyus Jones.
Yeah.
Like the idea of Tyus Jones would be really good for this team.
Tyus Jones is literally like the perfect person. Like he doesn't need the ball in his hands to put up shots, but he can literally get you into sets, do what you need to do, get the ball in KD's hands, like kind of facilitate the offense. I mean, but again, like he's kind of like really bad right now.
Yeah, like the idea, like what we thought Tyus Jones would be,
Yeah.
it would be perfect for this team. I
Mhm.
just don't know if that player exists anymore. Miles McBride, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
But that's the end of my segment.
Good
Let's
takes.
move. Thank you. Let's move on to. So yesterday the Timberwolves beat the Spurs 104-103, I think. And the conclusion that Chetan came to was fuck the Spurs, which I agree. I agree. The Spurs
I
have
have,
big.
I have reasoning behind it though.
Yeah. Actually, how about we just start with you expanding on the reasoning behind it?
Yeah. So like you see guys and see in the caption, like the Spurs are getting a lot of talk about recently. They're being hyped up because yeah, they beat the Thunder 3 times so far this season. They do play them for the fourth time. You guys play them for the fourth
Fourth
time
time is
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
you guys play them for the fourth time tomorrow. Yeah,
Fifth time in
three
February.
really good wins, obviously against like the defending champs, a team that was on pace to have on pace to beat the Warriors record. But my thing is like everyone's saying, oh, if there's a team out in the West, it's the Spurs, it's the Spurs, it's the Spurs. Number one, Wemby is the idea of Wemby that we thought of 2 years ago. It's like it's fully there now. Like I saw it yesterday when he was playing. Like he has a go-to move. Like it's that fadeaway jumper. But the team around Wemby, it's a little concerning. Like you have someone like De'Aaron Fox, and you went out and get him because you need somebody in a clutch situation. But he's been really inconsistent this year, and he hasn't been the Fox you see in in Sacramento, where he can go out there and like just give you 40 if your team is struggling fully. He's struggling himself. You could put a long defender like we did on McDaniels, and he'll struggle. He went like 5 for 19, I think, the other day. And then I don't know how you're gonna depend on a rookie guard who is still trying to figure things out, can't really shoot himself, I don't think has scored over 10 points in the last like 5 or 6 games. And then also like Stefan Castle has been like really good for them. But when it comes to the playoffs, like you gotta be able to shoot the ball. And he doesn't have against us, he couldn't make a 3-pointer. And not even that, he couldn't make a jumper. Like he has no mid range either, from what I saw. So with like those things, and then you add in like zero playoff experience outside of Harrison Barnes, which is cool. Yeah, he won a championship with the Warriors, but like
That's
he's
it.
your
And Luke Cornett. Yeah, that's
and
it.
Luke Cornett. Like I don't understand how like you're gonna go out there and beat teams like the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, the you guys, even the Lakers. Honestly, like they still have LeBron and Luca. Like yeah, Wemby might average like 30 and 15 and 6 blocks against them, but like it's LeBron and Luca. Like you gotta find ways to be able to guard them too. And I don't trust their like guards to do that.
The irritating thing is like everything you said. I watch a lot of Spurs basketball because I was really intrigued with the team. And a lot of what you said is 100% right. But
Mhm.
against the Thunder, for some reason, Stephon Castle shooting 60% from three and 50%
Yeah.
from the field. And Dylan Harper is averaging 3 steals a game. And De'Aaron Fox is averaging 65% from the field. And it's like I think the truth is that Wemby really looks at us like we're supposed to be his peers, right?
Mhm.
And Chet, and the fact that anyone would compare Chet to him is just like blasphemous. He's gonna go out and just prove it, and his teammates are rallying. Fair enough. Like if that's the motivation you need, it's the motivation you need. But like, I don't think they're that team yet. I think they can be that team that does it every night. But against you guys, like I don't know, like they didn't
They
look that
blew,
convincing at
they
all.
blew two separate. They blew a 16-point lead in the first 4 minutes of the game. Then they blew a 19-point lead in the second quarter, and then blew a 17-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Like you got
it's
to be able to sustain runs in the playoffs. Like that's what the playoffs are about.
and especially with like this is the point that I really want to touch on for a long time, but I was waiting for like you to experience it, so I didn't get called like salty for like losing them 3 times. But Wemby calls himself like the most
Oh my god,
ethical player in basketball,
bro.
and the amount of flopping, bro, is to a point where like I don't want to say it. I've not mentioned this once on the pod since they've beaten
Yeah.
us 3 times. I kept quiet. I was like, let me just wait for someone else to see it,
Oh,
bro. Yesterday,
dude,
Chain texted me, bro. It's bad.
he talks about ethical hoops, bro. Yeah, I get he's skinnier than Rudy, but there was one play Rudy like was when you're going for a rebound, like you put an arm bar against someone. Like that's how you try to box someone out in the beginning. You put your arm out and you try to box him out. Rudy went like this. The dude was on the ground acting like he got like hit in the stomach. And there was another play where like where Rudy got his flagrant. It was a flagrant foul, but like Wemby, like he kicks his legs out like every time he shoots the ball too. Like I
Yeah,
don't understand how you're supposed to like get a contest on that.
and he
Like it's
does the
already hard enough to get a contest on him, so then you're making it even harder.
he does like the rip through thing and expects two
Yep,
free throws after it. He does like
he did that every
he
single
does the
time.
same exact shit as Shea, bro. He does the pump fake lean,
Yep.
like he does it all. And when he fouls, and he fouls a lot, he
Yeah,
whines
he
so
played
much.
27. He played 27 minutes yesterday. He had 5 hours in like 20 minutes.
So this is another thing which I realized while like preparing for the episode. And you had mentioned Rudy Gobert, like defensive player of the year, like he might be the most impactful defender in the league. And immediately I said no, Wemby.
Mhm.
But like a lot of Wemby's defense, oh my god, this gonna sound so disrespectful. A lot of Wemby's defense is like his height, like
No, it's his length and height. Yeah,
his length and height. His instincts are shit, bro.
yeah.
Like he can afford to miss time jumps for rebounds and blocks because he's just 6 inches taller than you. But like in terms of like his again, like he said, 27 minutes, 5 fouls. Like he's averaging a foul every 5 minutes.
That's
That's like
not good.
that's stupid. Like
Yeah,
that's like Jaren Jackson levels of
yeah. That's like cat level numbers right there.
so like I don't know. Is Wemby a great player? Of course. Is Wemby like
Yes,
a top 7 player in the league? Probably.
yes.
But like we need to chill because like again he has there's a lot of again from 7 to 6 there's a big gap, from 6 to 5 there's a big gap to get
Mhm.
to the Thunder, the Nuggets with Shea and Jokic, the Timberwolves even with Ant. It's there's like steps you have to take, and no one, like not even the Warriors are able to skip those steps. Like they had to
Mhm.
lose in the playoffs first, they had to make their like their ends meet somewhere, and they came back and they won. And no
Exactly.
one's gonna win in the first year, bro.
Yeah. And it's like obviously we're not like discrediting what he does or what kind of talent he is. Like, yes, he is in the next like 3, 4 years will probably be one of like the best basketball player on the planet because of how or what he can be and his ability to shoot the jumper and everything. But like it's just like you can't overhype someone. Also, like last even it was happened last season too. Like I don't know exactly off the top of my how many games he played, but he didn't play more than 50 games last year, more than 60 games last year,
think it's
100%.
like I think it's like 35, but I'm gonna check it while it is.
Yeah,
Maybe more than that, but
and then like you're putting him in like top 10, top 5. You're putting him in like top 5 conversations. Like I don't understand how fans are putting a player that only played like 30 games in the NBA or like in total like max 80 games in their past 2 seasons in total. How you're already putting him in top 5 conversations just based off of what he can be. I think we got to understand or like differentiate like who he is now, yeah, like you said, is a top 7 to 8 player, but you gotta differentiate that from like what he can be and kind of like come back to earth a little bit.
yeah, I'm trying to pull up his game logs because like the beautiful thing about like top tier players like Shea and like Jokic, and now Ant is reaching that sort of class as well, like Giannis. Like their bad games are like 25, 5 and 4.
Like Ant
Like
had a bad game yesterday. He had 23, 4 and 3, I think, and made
yeah,
a game winner. Like that's a bad game for Ant.
the game winner is insane too. But
He was on
like
Wemby.
yes, because Wemby can't navigate a screen.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And
But
then they were calling for an offensive foul, and it was like a basic Gortat screen that Julia set. I'm like, bro.
I couldn't imagine the outrage if like 2 weeks ago, Wemby had a game where he had 12 points and 5 rebounds with 0 blocks. Like if Jokic had one of those games, like top Giannis had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 0 assists, no blocks. Like if Giannis had that kind of game, could you imagine? He
Mhm.
again, like he's everyone's favorite player right now, bro. But like he's at the stage where maybe like Jokic was 5 years ago, where he's just like starting his dominance, where he has no flaws.
Mhm.
Like it's once he starts playing on national TV more, people are gonna see a lot of this shit. He's gonna have like an 8-point game on national television. People are like, oh wait, maybe he's not better than Anthony Edwards, a guy who has made 2 conference finals in a row. Like I feel like it's just being chill.
Like in 2 years, if Wemby's averaging like the numbers he is right now with like, and he's like defensive player of the year, and the Spurs are consistently a top 2 seed and have made like the past the first round in the next 2 years, and you want to say he's better than Ant, go ahead. Like I'll give it to you at that point. Like he's actually done something, and like if Ant hasn't like made it past the conference finals too, at that point, I'll also be like, okay, yeah, you can start comparing it. But like I think
The guy
winning
has
is
0
also,
accolades, bro. The guy has
yeah,
0
winning is
accolades.
also something.
Like he won Rookie of the Year. That's it. Like
Mm-hmm.
the funny thing. There's a funny thing about basketball. Chet's gonna be a champion. Chet will likely win the Defensive Player of the Year, and like it's unfortunate for Gobert because he just can't win 6. But like we can't look back on Gobert like a 5-time defense. I'm
We're also
sorry.
been
Like
suspended. Like he
yeah,
shouldn't win anything anymore.
yeah,
But
yeah. So Chet will win the award because Wemby won't play enough games either.
yeah,
Man, there's a player that you're embarrassed and ashamed to be compared to, bro. That is lapping you right now. Who might be a back-to-back champ. Win something first before you start calling yourself the most ethical player in basketball.
I agree. And like if the Spurs, like for example, like go to the play, like right now, if the Spurs we were to have the playoffs right now, the Spurs were out to play the Warriors or the Rockets in the first round. I can so see that being like a Warriors Grizzlies like first round series when the Grizzlies were a 2 seed. They were all like young. They just made the playoffs. Everyone was talking about, even back then. I remember everyone was like, "Oh, Jaw's better than Ant. Jaw's better than Ant." Yeah, he was better than Ant back then, but didn't really have any accolades for you to say anything. And then look what happened. So like it takes time for like great play, for even like really really good players to start like actually winning.
Yeah. But winning also rubs off on teams. The Nuggets, we aren't going to be quite as passionate on this topic as the last one, but like the Nuggets are playing really really good basketball without Jokic. I think it's important to mention because again, there were conversations on this podcast and on other forms of media that had the Nuggets potentially slipping into the play-in.
Yeah.
And they've still maintained a top 3 seed through all this. They're still tied for the 2 seed, I think, because they won yesterday and the Spurs lost yesterday. So, like, and yesterday was no Jamal and no Jokic, and they beat Giannis and the Bucks. So they beat Boston, as I mentioned before. There's a lot of like pretty decent teams they beat. Again, a couple bad teams they lost to, but
like the Sixers in overtime.
Exactly, Sixers with everyone healthy in overtime.
Yep.
So, like, there's some conversation that need to be had because everyone told me that once Jokic goes down, this team would suck. And again, a lot of people told me that when Shea goes down, the Thunder would suck. The Thunder would not suck. And I'm seeing two opposite things. Like I'm seeing the Nuggets actually play pretty well on the Thunder without Shea looking like prime MJ. There's not, it's not a good basketball team right now.
And if we're looking at the Nuggets, like next couple games, like they're saying Jokic is trying to come back end of January. Like they play the Pelicans, then the Mavs, and the Wizards and the Hornets their next 4 games.
You know Jokic's gonna come back, bro. I promise you, he's gonna come back against
you guys.
Look who they're playing on February 1st, bro.
Oh yeah, he's playing you guys.
Yeah, I promise you, bro. I promise you, the guy's gonna come back like the fucking. It's gonna be so. Or maybe he'll come back the game before as like a tune-up.
Yeah.
But, everyone they've been talking so much shit about how like
the Clippers. He'll probably play the Clippers for like 20 minutes. They'll put him in.
Oh my god, he has like heat-seeking missile when he sees Zubac, bro. Yeah. He had like 56, 16, and 16 last time he played Zubac.
He's gonna warm up against the Clippers, and then he'll. And then David Adams doesn't care about minutes restrictions, I guess, because he played Eric Gordon 31 minutes the other night, and it was like his first or second game back. So shit, bro, he might play 40 minutes against you guys.
Jokic don't need to run, bro. He'll like walk the 40 minutes and just like dominate.
And then really interesting game after those 4 games is against the Lakers. If the Lakers lose to the Nuggets without Jokic, bro.
You know the Nuggets are the only team that has an above 500 record against LeBron. Everyone else is like down by like 20 games, but like the Nuggets are 25 and 21 against LeBron all time.
If that happens, some serious discussion. I mean, we've already talked about the Lakers struggles and have continued, obviously, but some more serious discussions we're going to be had about the Lakers. But like again, like the max I can maybe see them falling to is like maybe the 4 seed. That's like max, but I don't really think they're gonna go down more than the 4 seed because you got 4 games that you can easily win in the next like week that you could stack up, and then you have a little harder, couple harder games that you might be able to, you might lose, you never know. But like if you stack these next 4 games, like that puts them in a good position.
Especially because the teams around them are losing too, bro. Like the Rockets have lost 3 straight.
Like, you never know who we're gonna lose to on any given night.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
The Lakers have lost 2 straight.
Yep.
The Warriors are losing. The Blazers are losing. Like all these teams around them, the Spurs are losing. Like all these teams around them are losing. So
The only team like from like 2 to 7 that's like honestly kind of like solidified a little bit in the past 10 games is the Suns. Like the Suns have been playing like pretty consistent basketball recently, and then they do get Jalen Green back, and I don't know what game, but in the next like game or two, I think they're gonna get Jalen Green back.
Oh, that actually coming back.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. Good for them. They're actually playing really well. They can get the 5 tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
They can get the 5 tonight if the Lakers lose to the Kings somehow.
Yo, that'd be crazy.
And they can get the 5 on Wednesday.
Kings back-to-back wins against the Rockets and the Lakers. That'd be crazy.
That'd be vile. That'd be vile.
But yeah, I think players that we should shout out on the Nuggets is obviously like Peyton Watson. He's having a tremendous season. It's kind of disappointing that the Nuggets aren't going to be able to re-sign him because I think he's a unrestricted free agent this offseason.
They made a mistake, bro. They shouldn't sign Christian Brown to that contract.
What was it, $25 million for him?
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy.
A lot of money.
Peyton Watson, people were saying he don't have an offensive bag. I mean, he's jumping like 25.
He's like Russell Westbrook's like protege. Like Westbrook works with him every summer.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that he's a jump shot now. I don't know why Westbrook couldn't figure that out for himself.
And then like players like you got like Jalen Pickett who like dropped like 29 against the Sixers. Like you got contributions coming deep from the bench. So
are they finally giving De'Ron Holmes minutes?
I don't think so. I think they're giving Zeke Naji minutes.
Bro, because they have to justify that contract. I think it's the worst contract in the NBA contextually. Zeke Naji's making 4 years, $32 million. And like
14 and 10 yesterday. Not bad.
But bro, like he's like I've never seen a fan base unanimously hate one player on their own team. Like no one likes this guy. Like he's in every trade package. He's like a sweetener. Like I think everyone hates him, bro.
He seems like a nice dude though.
Yeah, he just conned a franchise for $32 million. He didn't even play any minutes. I don't know how they gave him that contract. They had never seen him play. Like, he just practiced. He didn't even play the G League because he's fucking so expensive. He just stayed in the pros and just didn't play.
He just sits on the team every time we play him.
Bro, he's actually the greatest finesser ever.
Yeah, but yeah, they're getting contributions from him. Julian Strawther is garbage in basketball still. He's still
really good.
Fuck
Julian Strawther, bro.
But yeah, good for the Nuggets, I guess.
Yeah, good for the Nuggets.
But other than that, I don't think we have anything else to talk about unless you have anything else to add. But yeah, we'll probably, this episode will be when you guys see it, it'll be Tuesday, and then by Wednesday we'll have our reactions to the football episode, to the football wildcard games, and our predictions for the divisional round for you guys. So until then, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Off the Dribble Pod, and we'll have clips on TikTok and Instagram Reels coming out for you guys this week as well. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, we'll see you guys next episode. Peace.